Hello and welcome everyone to part 10 of my Iceni Let's Play for Total War Rome 2. You join me on the field of battle and we're cleaning up the rest of the Irish tribes right now. I don't have too many men left. Well, I say that. I have plenty of men left, in fact, but I also have a reasonable portion of my army that has been weakened and taken a lot of attrition, so I'm going to bring those guys up as reserves, which you can see are my groups 4 and 7. Reason why I numbered it number 7 was when I was just going through, I wanted to put them to a group number that I wasn't going to use for my main force, and 7 was the one that I chose. So I've got all my men marching up the hill now, which is jolly good. That's all good. Running happily up the hill. Not many of my slingers left, but I'm going to use them as skirmisher troops. So we're going up to the top of this hill, and that has just revealed the enemy host, which are not in the position that I am deploying in. So let's redeploy quite quickly. I'm going to see if I can bring the charioteers up to the right, along with cavalry, just for future, well, to smash into the flanks of the enemy there. The number 7 spearman units can form up over here, though. Now this unit isn't too badly weakened, this one here. They've still got 85, but I thought I'd like a strong grouping of spearmen if I'm going to do this. Oh, my slingers haven't decided to turn around. My slingers are strongest over on the right, so let's have a look at the enemy force. A lot of slingers, as we can see. Pretty much their whole front, or the entire front rank, is all skirmishers. Behind them, levy freemen, and behind that, their general as cavalry. So, advancing against them is going to be a tad tough. Even if I send my slingers against them, they're going to get annihilated. So I'm going to form up in this little ditch here with my cavalry. As few as they are, I will leave these 5 behind actually. They can come over with the small amounts of infantry I've got left. And I'm going to bring my chariots along up to the top here. And with that sort of cavalry force and chariot force, I'm then going to smash into the flanks of the mercenary Breton slingers. No, I think they're all mercenaries. Oh, some of them are Breton slingers. Where is it, this one? And that's actually forcing them to move, which is good, because hopefully they're unaware of my cavalry. They don't have the line of sight, so I highly doubt they can see me. So them pushing toward me, I'm hoping this yields promising results. My slings are going to be able to start firing very soon. So let's not even mess about here. Let's come crashing down against these guys. My slingers get them to start firing. Just watching the cavalry out here. Form those guys up on the side there. We should have a reasonable charging speed. Scout riders charging into the skirmishers here, instantly routing and wavering, breaking, absolutely annihilating that unit there. Charging into the next one, causing a mass rout of these guys with that just charge there. And now I'm going to pull away with all my cavalry and my chariots, mainly so I don't lose my general, hopefully. And so that we can just break their lines there. Meanwhile, my slingers should be able to be firing off plenty of rounds into these guys. And while that's happening, I can now push forward with the entirety of my spearmen and swordsmen. The enemy general is coming up the hill towards my cavalry. That's fine. I'm going to try charging down the hill with what's left of my scouts. I'll just hold them for now, so that my chariots can use their flaming whip attack. I'm going to inspire these guys just as they go down and frenzy charge for maximum impact here. we got 1 kill. Charging my spearmen over here as quickly as I can. Just getting my scouts to hold up the general as much as possible. These scouts can be replaced, so I'm not sure what about them. I know some of them do have some good veterancy though. I'm just trying to hold these guys off, and I'm killing a lot of my own men. So I'm going to pull back now with what's left of my scouts. They probably will break and rout. Okay, entire unit has gone, unfortunately. We're about to charge into these guys here with my spearmen. So hopefully that should be a sizable amount of damage. Already clashed in the middle here with several of the skirmish troops which haven't been paying attention because I've been focusing on that, killing that general. But we're now about to start pushing back.
The enemy general is dead.
And the enemy general's down. Which means my chariots can now charge on down here and finish them off. They will probably start routing. I won't chase them too much, mainly because I've only got my chariots to chase them down. I can chase them down another time after this if I need to. Although the heroic riders have come back. They didn't break. My chariots are getting stuck in there though. Pressing the N button to go into N zoom mode. Oh, those guys got pwned by javelins. Not javelins. Well, yes, some javelins and a lot of my skirmishers. I'm just going to end the battle there. They can run away with what's left of their forces. You can see who got the most kills out of my forces there. Very little kills actually, just spread mainly across the board. That initial charge by my cavalry and chariots did the most damage there. Chariots just beaten by 1 by this remaining unit of cavalry here. Or one of them at least. These guys have healed through the battle apparently. Even though I didn't have a full rank of cavalry, so not sure how that happens, but fair enough. It looks like we've taken down a rather large amount of the enemy, chipped them down quite a nice bit. We lost 178 of my men, the enemy lost over nearly 3/4 of its force, 744 there. And I'm going to give another shout out to a chap I gave a shout out to in my Hear Me Roar vlog yesterday in fact. However, I massively and epically failed at saying his name. Rather than saying LortanoTheDuke, I called him LortanoTheDuke. Massive fail, looked at his name and completely went for the wrong pronunciation. Not pronunciation, but you know, the wrong spelling even. But yeah, link to him will be in my description. Go check out his channel. Tell him I sent you if you want to check him out. LortanoTheDuke, not Lorento. Lortano, the so-called Hobbit murderer. You may have heard of him before. Anyway, decisive victory. 5 yep. Well, there'll be another general's bodyguard probably, but 5 units remain, all in pretty weak conditions. Happy days. And it's straight through the neck, and because they'd already fought me last time, they now get completely destroyed. So that cavalry unit didn't come back, so I really don't know what was going on there. But anyway, we have an army free now, and I'm going to march them toward the forest here. We're going to leave them there for now. I have to watch out for this warlord. It is going to kill me. It means, basically, with all these, I need to recruit more agents. That is a big thing. In fact, I can go straight over here. Get more. I don't even have a spy right now. That's being killed off. So let's get a new spy. Unless I was saving this money for anything in particular. No, the bronze forge is being built now. I have my ballistas ready on my ships to attack next turn. My transport fleet here. So really the only thing else I could do is wait to upgrade my blacksmith to an ironsmith to get chosen spear band and chosen sword band, but for that I need infantry chainmail, which I do not have just yet. So let's get me that new agent. Let's get me that new spy. I'm just going to go through and see which one's worth getting. Line of sight, military intelligence. These guys are actually reasonable for public order. As spies, but I think as a spy really should be line of sight, military intelligence. So I'm going to go for this dude. Scout. How old are you? 17. A young spy indeed. Jolly good. And you have a scout, which can be upgraded more. line of sight and things like that. All jolly good. So next time we'll start moving him. But for now, I think that's everything I'm going to do. Just going to check what I'm researching. We're going for the earthworks and raised sites so we can start upgrading some of my little hamlets and villages and what have you. And going from a city there to a fortified city when I have enough funds at Camelodonum. I want to get across the channel soon. Trait gained. Shield bearer, which is jolly good. Just come take a look at them though. 18, good. At the head of my new army. Hopefully he won't be killed off. 43 and 38. So plenty of turns to make these guys awesome, great characters. Can't adopt him. I can't marry him. Could assassinate. A lot of you saying, you know, just assassinate off the other generals, but I think diplomacy is something I'm gonna, not diplomacy, politics is something I'm going to keep on building on, but for now I'm kind of happy to leave it there, because whatever I do, the realm divide sort of feature, the civil war feature that's been built into Rome 2 happens whether you're strong or weak. So if you have a lot of following in your faction, you'll get a civil war to challenge you because you're very powerful, you're very dominant, but if you're weak, you'll get challenged as well because you're not strong enough. So either way, it's going to happen. That realm divide feature that's been in since Shogun 2, which I think it's designed so that the late game doesn't turn into a steamroll fest. It does give you a bit of challenge later on, and it kind of makes sense with the political system in Rome 2 if it was explained better, and I think if the options kind of promoted a little bit more gaining senators and stuff. But maybe it's meant to be that hard so that you should focus on keeping these generals alive and what have you. Hidden agent exposed. Okay.
For the tribe.
Well, we are about to attack these guys, although I would like to land because otherwise I'm not going to be able to use my ballistas. If I don't land, then I'm not going to be able to. So, where's a place to land? Oh, we could land over here and then march toward them. Or we could have that naval invasion. This is an actual naval fleet, it would seem. So, I actually wouldn't mind avoiding that. So I'm going to go to double time and get these guys round to this port area here. And hopefully land my troops this turn. Yes, right, so we're in forced march mode, so we are still going to have some penalties, morale penalties against us, but hopefully they're not going to, next turn I can set it to normal stance. Meanwhile, I'm going to bring my army through the forest here, and leave them here, hopefully to challenge the enemy as soon as possible. Let's come back and see how the population is. Once they're 100%, I'm going to bring my druid and my my warlord. Well, actually, no, my warlord's over here. My war maiden, rather. Here she is, being uber awesome. And in fact, we can upgrade her yet more. And we can upgrade her valor, or her paragon, more authority. Sentinel, evading enemy agents, discovering hidden agents and armies. Show of force, we really break the morale. Single combat assassination. I'm going to go for that because I really need to kill off the enemy agents and what have you soon. So I'll get her out the army next turn, probably to try and kill off some of these agents that are lying around. Although she is rather effective. Rather effective war maiden indeed, and he's probably a reasonable warlord too. Only problem with having my window open late at night, moths fly in. I don't have net curtains. Damn those moths. So we've got a cattle farm. I'm going to basically saving up to upgrade these barbarian towns, which need a lot. Because right now that's all I really need to focus on. But we can actually build sword bands here. We can upgrade the shipping, because I do have that boat yard now. We can upgrade that even further, which will allow me to have heavy raiders of painted ones. So I could really rock out a large naval invasion then. but I really, to be honest, don't need to focus too much more on my navy for a while, because most of it's going to be land battles all the way through sort of France and then into Italy. That is my plan. I want to burn the gates of Rome. First I need to unite all of the British Isles. So let's end the turn there. Getting ready to invade Ireland now. Their time has come. And the Scottish tribe, the Caledons, I believe, they are sending their fleets towards the Irish, the Ebdani, and yet again their warlord comes towards me. He's trying to kill. Yes, he's managed to stab my general, I think, perhaps wounded, and they're now sending up an army here. My general still seems to be alive, which is a good thing. Though I don't remember him being my general last time, but he's got 2 ranks, so I assume it's day 1. And we're... oh, these guys are called the Woad Warriors. The Burning Men. Get a better name, you guys, but they're attacking me. And I am going to fight them back. I'm going to fight this. The men I have remaining, some of them veteraned up quite nicely so far, gaining a lot of experience. We will destroy their initial force and the ones after that, so it shouldn't be too difficult. The Battle of Hibernia. Or Hibernia. Hibernia, yes. Hibernia. 227 BC. Ah, the moth is attacking. Get off, I'm recording, moth. Go away. Being attacked by moths. Let's get the levies together, but I'm not going to put weakened units in my front rank. They can be reserves. So let's actually check out the map briefly. Okay. So we could go for the high ground, make them come up towards us, but it's not going to really achieve much. So I'm going to keep most of my men over here on the left. On the low ground, it means the enemy doesn't gain an advantage, but nor do I. But with the hill, I am going to send up my general's bodyguard in the chariots from behind, so they probably can't be seen, so I should be able to sneak them up the back, charge at an opportune moment. Also over here at the back, I'm going to keep my reserves, and I'll get them to march up the hill as well. Cavalry, I'm pretty much, I'm going to name them Group 9. I'm going to keep them hidden in the trees back here because I don't want them to die. I'd like to get them replenished soon once I conquer Ireland. So my sword band behind my spear band will march them forward. What's left of my slingers can form up in between, but I'll push them forward shortly. So let's have a look. The enemy is forming up,
Enemy reinforcements
just missing the hill. They're not taking much use of it, so I can bring my chariots up here quite nicely without much issue, and I can bring my spearmen up here too to defend this little gap. We have enemy reinforcements coming in from the forest over on the left here. No, I lie, it's way back over here. And they're coming in quite quickly. So I'm going to want to deal with the one army at a time, which means I need to push forward quickly with my forces here. And the slingers already seem to have spotted some of my troops, so I'm going to just bring my general's bodyguard, my chariots, all the way down here to attack straight away. And I'm just going to charge on forward with the rest of my men. Getting my sword band just to charge through the ranks. My levy freemen are moving up in front of my slingers to protect them. Meanwhile, we should have chariots about to attack now any moment. I didn't give them the right attack order then. But they're attacking the slingers, which should result in absolute chaos. We've already wavered them. charge into them with my freeman. My chariot should now be free to go after these slingers here. Sword band going through, going to frenzy with them, which I think that's more charge bonus than anything else. But their weapon damage is increased. We've got enemy cavalry coming in as well. And I'm going to try and get them to hit the general's bodyguard over here. Meanwhile, with the rest of my infantry up here, we're going to bring them down now behind the enemy. Try and use... They are breaking in the middle, but we're going to try and use my Inspire and everything like that from my general all along the way. And I'm just going to get my chariots to charge into the back of all of these guys here. Not a lot of them, 20 I believe, or not 19, but we should crush the rest of the forces that are here. Hoping the charge into the back of cavalry is going to be a good one. Cinematic view. Charged in. Not a huge amount of damage actually, quite a pathetic charge actually. Now I'm going to charge towards the slingers over here that remain. We have broken a lot of the enemy. It's my sword band that are taking a punishing. These guys over here are being chipped away at by the enemy slingers, which always do a lot more damage than I expect them to do. Get my slingers to get out of skirmish mode and start engaging with extended, or not extended, but faster reload. Chariots, get the hell out of there. Got Levy Freeman coming back now. My reserve Levy Freeman are charging into the rest of the slingers here. And my chariots are now going to charge against some more slingers. Use the whip and inspire these guys. Here we finally managed to break the heroic riders.
The enemy general is dead.
So I'm trying to push forward now with my spear band and my sword band against Levy Freeman. Enemy general is dead, which is obviously jolly good. And I was hoping my general would attack there, but obviously the move order didn't go through.
Our men flee the field.
Charging forward with every single man I have now. Try and rout the rest of these guys. There's just a few units of them left. Chariots charging on in. Cinematic camera to watch the chariots go through these ranks of routing men. And we've got an end battle there, and I could finish them off, but I'm gonna end it there. I'll let them escape, those that remain. There's only about 500 of the enemy remaining. We lost 500 men, and that was quite bloody. The only thing I can assume... How did my cavalry get some kills? There must be routing units running past them. I always wonder that. The only reason I can assume their bars are still green is because it's not calculating their actual health still after the battle. It's calculating how many men of their unit remain that started the battle. So even if they only had like 5 men in their unit, that bar, and at the end of the battle they still have all 5 men, even though their whole unit is meant to have 80 or something like that. They still started with the 100% of the force. They still ended with the 100% of the forces that they started with. I think that's what it does. At least that's what I'm convincing myself. That's what it does. Chariots there racking up 227 kills. Isn't it also 227 BC? Fitting. Or it just was recently. For perhaps I ended the turn. More veterancy gain, but these guys are really going to need a break soon, so that's why my other army needs to push up and attack soon. But hopefully we've crushed the majority of the enemy forces. I think this was pretty much their only 2 remaining armies left, so they've got 500 left between the two, so we should be able to crush what remains next quite easily, and that may not even need this army anymore. We may be able to just wait them out and let them replenish soon. But that may have to wait till next time. We're swinging, kicking them in the shield, hitting them with the sword once more. They stumble. but a strong blow has been dealt. And they now pull back with that army. And with the other one as well, back to Eblana. They're bringing back their other little navy, though, that was left out there. Little fleet. Looks like the Caledonians, though, are about to massacre them, though. At least I'm hoping. I'm not even sure if they're at war with them. They may just be bringing down a large fleet just because they can. But I'm not so sure. We'll have a look. Earthworks has been finished. Hidden agent exposed. This is the Ebdani. And I believe I still have my general there. No, he's not been wounded. He has survived. He's done well. Could spread rumors about this guy. Probably best if I killed him off soon, my admiral. Because he does have 31 gravitas, which if I take out should yield me good things. But we've got a trade increase for my general, and we can go for admiral or general, or the other two. I'm going to boost up his general skill. Let's get up those messages again. Let's go through them all. That's quite a good household to have. I'm going to send to Pool though for now. Send to Pool. I'll sort all these out in another part. Refined. My druid is refined. That's good to know. Bronze Forge finally completed, and a faction rises. The Quidri. Let's take a look. They're going to be way over in the east. Yes, of course they are. Way over here. Back to Britannia, please. Close the event panel. Swooping back across the map. Reasonable amount of money now. Nearly enough for my barbarian fortified city, which I think I will go for first. Is my capital, and does give quite the plethora of boosts. The Bronze Forge has been done. I can get sword band and skirmishes from it next. But it's chariots and the British Scorpion, which I'm looking forward to. Could raise another army for this. My spy I'm going to send up north because that's going to be my next target up here. What is the population happiness over here? There, 6 each turn. Jolly good. Building squalor. Okay, I've still got a few things. So this must be giving no squalor from that. Ah, this will be giving squalor. Yes, of course. And my stables, yes. True debt. I'll have to leave that for now. Get more things that improve public order a bit more. Anyway, with this army, can they reach it in one go? They can on forced march. But I'm not going to have them in forced march. I'm going to have them in standard stance. So it will take them a smidge longer. It'll take them 2 turns before they can reach Eblani. So in the meanwhile, I am going to pull this army. I'm going to pull it back to behind my other force. And I should have taken her out before I moved. But we're all fine here, so we will attack next time. I was going to check if these guys are at war with them. Yes, they are at war with them. I wonder, just on the off chance, Confederation. No, not going to happen. Trade agreement, what about that? No. Fine, I will crush you next time. What about these guys? Can they be brought? Peace treaty and Confederation. No, low. What if I throw a lot of payment in there? What if I throw a stupid amount of payment in there? Peace treaty and their demands. Oh, hell no. I shouldn't be offering you any money. You should be offering me all the money. Offer me all the money. These guys I could get trade with, apparently. Looks like they've expanded. Possibly. Oh, they've expanded all over here. They've done well. So let's go for a non-aggression pact. Starts off, and that's being rejected. Well, screw you, Frizz. We got non-aggression there. But fine. Well, that's where I'm going to end the part for now. We'll be able to upgrade Camalodonum next turn, and I will be invading with my Woad Warriors next turn and destroying the Irish once and for all, bar probably a few armies that will scatter after the battle. We are about to destroy them. So as always, I hope you enjoyed. Please do remember to comment, subscribe. See you all again soon.